the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Well, one thing that Nuggets fans can rest easy on is this team has its core in place.
No doubt about that. There's a lot to like about the future of the Denver Nuggets with Jokic at that center position and the huge extension signed this offseason by Jamal Murray. That's a fantastic duo between your 5 and your point guard to build on.
He's off on the second.
And the Nuggets, one of the better offensive teams in the league, but they play at a slower pace.
Well, they played last year at the 4th slowest pace in the league. Maybe one of those reasons is the 5s that they use in Jokic and Plumlee coming off the bench are not the most agile players in the league. Got to wait for those guys to get their way down into possessions in the half court. But when they were down there, they were pretty effective and pretty tough to stop.
Smith against Murray. Pass to Craig. Back to Murray. Here's Craig. Here's Jokic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Pass to Randall. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. I'd send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Mike Malone. David?
Well, Kevin, look, he thinks their long-range shooting can make all the difference, not taking anything away from the defense they're going up against. But he did say he'd be surprised if his guys didn't shoot a high percentage from outside. Pretty confident coach, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Smith kicks to Morris. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And it's Smith penetrating. Count it. Good.
Well, that's just Smith Jr. breaking down a defense with the handle and then taking what he sees.
Murray against Smith. Releases. Here's Jokic. Good work defensively by Morris.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
That wasn't easy. Dennis Smith Jr. with a high degree of difficulty on that one.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. Outside for Millsap. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Barrett, no good. Denver in the lead. Pulls it up. And Millsap snaps it in.
Yeah, Millsap a little bit gritty there. Good to see him go in and hit the glass.
Smith, the pass to Randall. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Denver. Well, Brent, not many can deny that Gary Harris is an absolute pest on the defensive end.
Yeah, pretty relentless on that end of the floor. Defensively, he's rugged and tough, and he can cover a lot of ground with that lateral quickness.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Craig. Misses off the left iron. Knicks trail by 3. Morris looking over the floor. Randall drains the 19-footer.
The balance and body control look a little bit better this season, so Randall stays on the ground in this catch-and-shoot situation and looks fluid.
Now here's Murray. The dish to Millsap. Another shot. Robinson with the block. They recover it. They get it back. And another shot. Millsap misses.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Smith finds Robinson, and Robinson throws it down hard.
That's an easy shot provided by Dennis Smith Jr.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA. Brent, what are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams, and teams that have made changes, what are they playing like?
What's their chemistry? Exactly.
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Martin with it. Now Payton defending. 5 on the clock. Here's Porter. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Payton outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Passes it to Porter. 56 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Basket, good. Porter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
On the wing, Porter. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
The Knicks have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Nuggets trail. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Porter. And the pass to Beasley. Just 4 to shoot. Grant, good on the three-point shot.
Wow, Jeremy Grant continuing to work on his game, stretching it out to the three-point line.
Outside Portis. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Nuggets lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what Dennis Smith has done in this game.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
To win with consistency, Brent, you need guys who you can bank on, guys you can count on. And with that in mind, who's the most consistent scorer that you see night in and night out in the NBA?
Well, Kevin Durant and James Harden are just tremendous at scoring the basketball. Anywhere they are, at any time, they have an opportunity within a few minutes to explode and put 10 or 12 points on the board. And so those individual runs, and then Kevin, quite frankly, the attention defensively from the opposition to try to shut them down will open up opportunities for other guys to flood into the game that haven't had any impact thus far.
Exactly.
So now all of a sudden they get going, but Durant, Harden, and last year there were stretches where Paul George absolutely entered this category.
So on the floor for Denver, Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. The backcourt is Murray and Harris, and it's Jokic in at center.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
He's perfect from the line this time. And so here's Denver. Murray finds Harris. Pass to Jokic. And good that time. Jokic has got 6 points.
Yeah, Jokic is a hard worker. That time, a terrific job of rolling into the open space after he set the screen.
Smith in the posts. And it's sent back by Jokic. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Craig. Now Murray. Pass to Jokic. Here's Craig. Denver passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. On the corner. Jokic, no good. New York leading by 5. Passes it to Smith. To the inside, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
A moment now to see the stats for Gary Harris. Some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Denver Nuggets.
Kevin Knox got a ton of experience in his rookie year playing for the New York Knicks. The 9th overall pick in 2018 out of Kentucky. Played nearly 30 minutes a game. That's a lot of minutes to try to understand your game at the pro level and then what you need to work on.
No good on the free throw. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 6. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Brent, passing is just one of the many things that Jokic does well on the floor.
Well, it doesn't look pretty at times, and there's not a ton of athleticism, but the cerebral play of Jokic, and then for teams to try to prepare Kevin defensively for a team offensively that plays from a point center, that's a bit of a mind job night in and night out. Denver's done such a great job of accentuating the skill set of Nikola Jokic.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
And so he hits both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Outside Portis from deep three-point range, and the Knicks miss again. The Nuggets trail by 4. Barton surveying the floor. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Portis.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Payton attacking. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Knicks have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. So for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson, and Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Barrett. Plumlee is checked in for the Nuggets. That's good from Payton. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Barton. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. Here's Gibson. The shot's good. Gibson's got the lead up to 11 now for New York.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Barton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Barton's got his first 2 points.
Well, Barton takes some tough shots, used to making them. He did there.
Payton against Morris. There's the lob to Portis. Plumlee with the steal. Down low. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Whoa, you got to watch out when Barton leaves the floor, throwing the hammer down there.
New York calls timeout. You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his group.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, putting on a bit of a show here.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Outside, Porter. Beasley outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That's foul number 2 for him. .143 left in the third. Now here's Beasley. He's guarded closely. And he uses the glass on the layup. Beasley's got his second basket of the game.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Now the pass to Ntilikina. Randall down low. He's covered by Grant. Randall with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Beasley. Plumlee trying to break loose. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Beasley. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And the foul on Will Barton. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jeremy Grant. Gary Harris comes in for Malik Beasley. And Murray subbed in for Barton. 6 to shoot. Doubled by Murray. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
So it's the Knicks now. Portis kicks to Ntilikina. The Knicks have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. So for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Portis. Marcus Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Dennis Smith in for Ntilikina. And Denver with a change here, too. Jokic, he's checked in for Plumlee. Shot clock at 2. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Murray. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Well, there's a little bit of Murray's handle on display. The D looked totally confused as to what to do there.
Smith feeling it out a bit. He dishes it to Randall over Millsap. And that one hits back iron. Here's Porter. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Knicks lead by 6. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Smith, and it's Morris in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks, and he makes that one. 10 points for Jokic.
Well, Jokic being assertive now in the mid-range and has the touch to bury that kind of shot.
Now, here is Smith. It's blocked, but they get it back. Second shot opportunity. Morris, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Smith outside. Here's the feed to Randall. Here's Robinson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Shooting for New York, Mitchell Robinson. At the line.
And that one falls for Robinson. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Michael Porter. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Not a perfect trip to the line, but at least he made this game a two-possession affair.
Harris with it. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. And Millsap slams it in.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Smith outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
2 shots.
Free throw drop for Smith.
A 9th pick in the 2017 NBA draft. Smith Jr. made the NBA's all-rookie team after a very solid first year in Dallas, averaging 15 points and 5 assists. And he sure is not looking to stop there.
He hits both from the stripe.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Jokic kicks to Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 6 points for Paul Millsap.
Super job by Millsap to release the shot as soon as he gets the ball there. No time for the D to catch up.
New York calls timeout.
Well, you think about the season that Millsap was injured 2 years ago and how much that took away some development. Then a year later, Denver does some great things with Millsap in the lineup. Then they re-sign him this offseason thinking they can take another step. And Paul Millsap, such a good, solid defender and scorer, was devastating for them in the playoffs and a source of valuable offense on that end. Paul Millsap, the veteran and the adult in the room for this Denver team.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. He said, keep grinding. You're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thanks, David. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And for Millsap, he's a vocal leader when he's on the floor.
Well, his defensive numbers were so off the charts when he played in Atlanta for the Hawks alongside Al Horford. That's the reason I think that Tim Conley and the Denver Nuggets looked at the addition of Paul Millsap, providing them foundation on a nightly basis. He could be the concrete for them on the defensive end of the floor. This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Three. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
They get the rebound. Here's Robinson, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
At the line for your Knicks, Mitchell Robinson. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Robinson. Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Robinson hits them both. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jokic. Robinson with the block.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Smith's shot is good.
Every player in the NBA can score. Smith Jr. has it going. He should look to score more.
Morris against Barton. Off on the layup.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And it's an 11-point New York lead. Pass to Jokic. Over Robinson. Drills the elbow jumper. And 12 points for Jokic.
Yeah, the inside game of Jokic continues to improve, adept at using that big body, finding an angle, and taking advantage.
The drive by Smith, and then Smith with the dunk.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Dennis Smith.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Back to Jokic. Over Robinson. Knicks with the rebound. 1:14 left to play here in the fourth. Smith against Murray. Smith drives in, misses the layup. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Barton passes to Harris for 3. Murray, offensive rebound. Jokic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
So he gets them both. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And here's Smith. Murray with the defensive effort.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Harris misses. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris outside, shoots over Barton, and the Knicks miss again.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
And so it's the Knicks with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Elfrid, first off, congrats on the win. What was the key to getting this one?
Oh, man, we made shots. We did a good job of, just getting to the rim.
Big effort tonight, Elfrid. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.